Hello, I'm Liz Crain and I'm author of Dumplings Equal Love. Thank you so much for checking out these videos. While I was putting together this book, there were 20 plus recipe testers around the country who were testing all of the recipes. So all of the dumplings, the sides, the doughs, and I thought that it would be helpful when they set off into that process to give them a couple of videos. So I put them together. They were all about dumpling making equipment and then also dumpling forming. So now that the book is out, my boyfriend Jimbo and I thought it would be fun to kind of rejigger those videos and add a few things that I've learned along the way so that you can watch them as a home cook and get some tips and some advice while you're setting off on the dumpling path. So I hope you have so much fun making these recipes at home with your loved ones. I hope that dumplings do indeed equal love for you, and I hope that you have a really fun and yummy time. Hello! Thank you so much for being a recipe tester on Dumplings Equal Love. I'm super duper grateful, and I hope that this is a fun and yummy experience for you. I wanted to put together this really quick video on the 3 different forms of dumplings that you'll be shaping for the book, because in the book we'll have infographics and photos along with the text to kind of help the home cook know how to shape these 3 different dumplings, but you don't have that. You just have my written instructions, so I thought that this would be helpful. So I have everything set up, and I'm going to take us through all of the dumplings, starting with the shumai. So I've rolled out my skins. You can hand roll or use a pasta machine. If you're using a pasta machine, which you can get at a Goodwill or a estate sale or thrift stores, usually for $10. The most easy to find model most people have is an Atlas 1-6. If that's what you're using, if you do in fact use a pasta roller for these skins, then I recommend doing to 5 for the shumai and for the crescents, and to number 4, slightly thicker, for the XLB, for the soup dumplings. And I'm trying to get in there. And so the reason is the soup dumplings are, they're soupier, and they want a little more heft to the skin to contain everything. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Okay, so I've got the rolled out to about, that was a little ghost hunting back there. That's Reuben. So I rolled these out to 1/16 of an inch, number 5 on the Atlas, and we're starting with the shumai. So with all of these, shumai, tomato. With all of these, you're going to put the skins on your non-dominant hand, sort of over the upper part of your palm and over your fingers, or wherever you want to. That's just sort of the easiest. And then you use whatever spreader, flatter object, non-stick object, to put the filling in. He gets excited when he hears about the filling, and leave about a 1/2 inch to an inch around the perimeter. And then for shumai, you're just simply gathering up the edges, and so they're just sort of naturally going to form pleats as you do so. And then with your index finger and your thumb, you're kind of pinching it together at the top, and then you're flattening it at the bottom with your other hand, sort of both motions at the same time, just kind of twisting it, turning it around and cinching it until you just naturally have these this open top dumpling with the pleats and the flat bottom. And then what I like to do with all of my dumplings is I just sort of, that's off, is sort of flatten it up and neaten it up on the countertop, a lightly floured surface. And that's good. And then you put that under a towel. Always keep your dumplings and your skins under towels so they don't dry up. So I'm just going to do one more. How many skins do I have left? Okay, good. One more just to quickly illustrate how easy this is. Gather up for the shumai, index finger and thumb together, just kind of pushing that skin in, naturally forming pleats, flattening the bottom as you do so, and voila. There you go. Got your cute little shumai. All right, so on to the next one. Like I said, for the XLB, the soup dumplings, slightly thicker. So this is about 1/8 of an inch. Number 4, if you're using a typical Atlas pasta machine, or most common, I guess I should say. And same thing with all of these, you're doing a scant to a heaping tablespoon of filling in the middle. You don't have to be too neat about it. It's all going to be gathered and closed up in dumpling goodness. So just kind of, however is easiest, pull that dumpling skin up to the very top until you get all of it at the top, and you just kind of pinch it together. I like to try and pinch as little dough at the top as possible so that you don't have a really thick doughy top. So then you gather that pinched top and hold it with the base with your other hand and just kind of twist. And you just twist a few times, you're naturally getting this really pretty spirally pleated XLB soup dumpling. Okay, putting that under. I'm going to do one more of that really fast just to set that in stone, so to speak. I got about a tablespoon there, but a scant to a heaping tablespoon. Gather it all up, however makes the most sense. Got everything at the top, pinch it, and then just kind of twist and twist and twist until you get that pretty thing. I love these. Okay, so on to the final, and I think the trickiest one, but it's really not that hard. And once you do several of these, you'll have that muscle memory for life. Same spot, 1/16 of an inch, pretty thin dumpling skin. These are all homemade, so I'm not doing any dipping my hand in water and kind of putting water on the perimeter or spraying with a spray bottle because they're so nice and moist and pliable. But that's a technique that you will want to use if you're using store-bought. Not during recipe testing though, because I'd really like for you all to please use the book dumpling doughs so that those get nice and tested by everyone. So again, you're putting that scant to a heaping tablespoon of filling. For this one, you're using your non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to show you that way. You kind of pull up the skin, and then you're going to pinch it at 1 to 2 o'clock. So if you're left-handed, that's going to be at 10 to 11 o'clock is where you're going to pinch it. So then you use your non-dominant hand, in this case my left hand, to push the skin into a pleat, and then you gather and pinch with your other hand, my right hand. Pinch with a pleat, push it with a pleat in with my left hand, gather and pinch with my right. Make a pleat, push it towards my right hand, gather and pinch. So you just keep doing that until you get several pleats. I find that, so see, then you got, how many did I do? 4 or 5? I find that you can do more pleats, and then you'll sometimes get wings, and you can kind of push those in. And same as the other with the shumai, just kind of flatten it on the floured surface and kind of reinforce the top. Make sure that it's all together. I lost my train of thought. I said I find that, and I forget what I was going to say. But anyhow. All right, so I'm going to do one more. So these ones, I like to just pleat on one side because it's less of a doughy top, as I was mentioning before with the soup dumplings. You can certainly pleat both sides. There's so many different forms that you can do with dumplings, but I just wanted to keep it simple with these 3 basic ones. So again, pulling up the skin, pinching it together at 1 to 2 o'clock with my right hand, folding and pushing in a pleat with my left, gathering with my right, making a pleat with my left, gathering with my right, pleat with my left, gathering with my right, pleat and gather, and this put everyone to sleep, so it's very hypnotic. And then that would come up, laughter. Okay, so then that's the final. This has some significant wings, so I'm going to just sort of tuck those in and pinch them. Tuck in and pinch. And then again, just kind of flatten it and reinforce everything. And then put it under the towel. Thank you again so much for, doing this. Thank you for suffering through my funny video skills. I'm going to do one more short video right now, just kind of showing you all some of the dumpling tools and equipment that I found really helpful during this yummy, fun process of writing this cookbook, in case that's, something you want to watch. But I thought this would definitely be useful for you. Hopefully it is. If you have any questions or concerns, holler out to Emily. She'll get those to me and we'll respond quickly. Again, thank you so much for being such a great help on this. I couldn't do this Dumplings Equal Love project without you, and it's really fun to think of you all across the country testing these. Thank you. Have fun. Have a yummy time. Bye.